let's move into our next topic, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I forgot what our next topic was. Even shit.
Greg Olsen.
He's gonna play football again this year if he doesn't get broken for the 18th year in a row. He is a wonderful tight end pass catcher. He can block. He can do everything. It was one of the biggest mistakes of the Bears' tenure with him was letting him go. Even after all the injuries, it's just you see the impact he has when he's on the field. He is an elite tight end, and he can change an offensive game plan. He changes the way defenses play your wide receivers. He was one of the reasons why Cam Newton was able to unload the ball because people had to go after him, had to cover him. So with this Bears offseason, we already have one hurt tight end in Trey Burton, who may or may not return. Do we do it? Do we go after Greg Olsen? Do we bring him back home and shore up that tight end position? Sean, you're shaking your head no.
How Bears is this just to bring back a Jerry Angelo cast-off to the Bears? Come on. Like, is there no other better option than Greg Olsen? I would rather have Dropsy's Eric Ebron. In the city. Greg Olsen.
Eric Stonehands Ebron.
It was very cool. He should have been on this team longer than he was. It's regret. It's just going back to an ex that was great that you shouldn't have gotten rid of, and you were just too stupid at the time to realize it.
Oh, we're cow-herding this.
Come on. Like, this was absolutely an idiotic move for them to get rid of, but it would also be an idiotic move to go back to him 10 years later.
Okay. Ricky.
It wouldn't be idiotic for them to sign him.
Yes, it would be.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
There's a difference. Idiotic to sign him.
Why would it be idiotic to sign him?
Because he's a 34-year-old that can't stay healthy. When was the last time Greg Olsen has had a full season? We're dealing with people that aren't
I can't tell you because Football Reference is down.
I mean, Greg,
is that
you
one
can go
down
to
too?
ESPN.
All references are.
This is a guy that is consistently injured, and when he's on the field, he can be decent. But also, he was really
it's above average.
He's decent now because of the fucking injuries.
No,
he
you said,
having.
but when he's on the field.
When he's on the field, he's decent.
He played.
He's better than decent.
So he played.
No, he's decent.
He played 14 games this past year.
That's a shocker.
And then 16
yards?
games in 2016. He had 597
So
yards.
2016 was the last time he played 16 games.
Yeah, but he played 14 this past year.
I'll take 14.
And 14, and he had 597 yards.
Yeah, but the Panthers were bad.
You still had a
Josh
quarterback.
Allen.
You still had a decent
Kyle
offense.
Allen, a quarterback?
Yeah, sorry.
He fumbled a shit ton. He wasn't throwing interceptions.
But he wasn't throwing it all. It was the Christian McCaffrey offense.
He threw it to Christian McCaffrey like 20 times a game.
That's
but he didn't throw it to Greg Olsen.
The offense was Christian McCaffrey. The point was to go through Christian McCaffrey because
he was targeted
they didn't
82
trust
times.
him.
I'm pretty sure that's a lot of times thrown to a guy in 14 games, Ricky. My math's not like that bad. I think that's like 7 targets a game.
Yeah, but like, look at this.
But
the
like
first
what?
3 games of the year, 9 targets, 7, and then 4, 2. He had 2 against San Fran.
Yeah, skip the 7, skip the 6, skip
they're
the 10,
in
skip
there.
the 5, skip the 7, skip the 6, skip the skip.
7.
Skip the
but
skip.
like, to me, I don't think it would be a bad. If the Bears decided to do this, I don't think it'd be a bad decision. Because they need somebody to catch the ball.
If the Bears did this, I can't say...
Is there a better pass-catching tight end available that you see?
If the Bears did this, I can't say that it is a going back to your ex because it's been so long that all the people that it was his ex are all gone. However, I do think there are better pass-catching... It's different. Are you saying better catchers? Because like if he's open, he'll catch the ball. He's got good hands.
Yeah, he's got better hands than Eric Ebron. They both have
impactful and dynamic players
issues
on the free agency market. Yes, Eric Ebron is more dynamic.
And that's where I want to hit. Actually, I don't know about more dynamic.
He is quicker. He's faster. He is a more athletic player. I think that Eric Ebron in the right system
he better
can
at football. No.
What do you like? Is he more healthy? Yes. Like there's
they both have injury
and negatives.
issues.
I think the positives for Eric Ebron outweigh the negatives.
Give me the last couple of years of games played for
Greg
Eric Ebron because I feel like he's been hurt too. I know he was hurt at the tail end of his Detroit days.
I would love to tell you, but Football Reference is tough.
Right?
I got it.
Yeah.
He played 11 this year.
Yeah.
13, 14, 13, 16, 16, 11.
He's only had 2 16 game seasons.
Another injury-prone tight end. I'm just saying, like, I think that I agree with you that there are other positions that they should spend the money on. But if we do need to lock down a tight end, I think out of the crop that's available in this upcoming free agency, I think Greg Olsen is the name that intrigues me the most right now.
Here's the reason why I don't think it's going to happen, though. And this is from Bears Wire, USAtoday.com. They say, ultimately, It doesn't make much sense for the Bears. Olsen's injury struggles and cap hit, which for 2020
what do we expect?
was to be $11.6 million, might make that difficult. So it depends on. I know his
Clearly
agent
he wasn't worth $11 million
His agent Drew Rosenhaus told Adam Schefter that
to the Panthers.
they're going to be in communication with teams after the Super Bowl. But it's really
Just tomorrow.
What is he going to be looking for money wise, and what are teams going to be looking to pay him?
34-year-old tight end.
Here's the other options. Vance McDonald, I think, has a club option for $6.5 million. I doubt the Pittsburgh, I was going to say Pirates. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get rid of it. Yeah, he's 30 years old, making $6.5 million. Ebron's going to be a free agent, 27-year-old, making $6.5 million. Vernon Davis, 36 at $5 million. If you're asking like him or Jason Witten, Vernon Davis, Jason Witten, or Greg Olsen, I'll take Greg Olsen out of Vernon Davis and 38-year-old Jason Witten.
Yeah.
29-year-old Tyler Eifert, we want to talk about injuries. He was making $4 million. Garrick Selleck, 32 years old. That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time. Mercedes Lewis, 36 years old, $2.1 million. Charles Clay, 31 years old, $2 million. Hunter Henry, 25 years old, $1.5 million. He's probably going to be the most paid. Darren Fells, 34, $1.5 million. He had a great season this year. And then Bradley Sowell, Lance Kendrick, Daniel Browns, Blake Bell, Logan Thomas, Levain Talulu, Luke Wilson, Nick O'Leary, Richard Rodgers, Austin Hooper, making $800,000. He's 25. He
Hoop's going to get money.
This year. Yeah.
So three guys are cashing in for sure, and then it turns into like who's the best of the rest. And I honestly think Greg Olsen is. I guess that's the thing is what do you expect his contract to be looking like at 34 years old? Do you think he's going for a 2-year deal? Do you think he thinks he can get a 3-year out of somebody? Because I don't see that. I think that 1 and a 1 with an out at the back of it would be. Probably
it's just got to be most money or most AAV. Like if he gets a deal that's going to give him like 3 years for $5 million AAV, or if he's going to get a 1-year deal for $15 million, probably take the $15 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how his market's going to shape up. I'm not an NFL expert with markets, but when I look at this, I don't think he's going to get any better. I don't think you're going to get more than 600 yards from him receiving. I don't even know if you're
how
going to
many yards did the Bears have last year from tight ends combined?
I don't even know if you're going to get 12 games from him. I think you can get more out of Trey Burton than you can Greg Olsen if they're both healthy.
Trey Burton games played in the last 2 years. Good luck. I love doing this to you guys. I'm sorry.
So 14 for Olsen this year. What was it last year?
14, yeah. 14 and then 16 the year prior.
14 and 9.
So Greg Olsen's played more games the last 2 years.
You know what? I'm going to bring this up.
Sure.
And this comes from our man at TheWindyCity.com, Ryan Heckman.
Love it. Love him.
Please use a different site.
He wrote,
he writes about a lot of things that we talk about.
No, that wasn't a shot at Heckman. Oh, 16 and 8, bitches. 14 and 9. What's 16 plus 8?
I'm not answering. It's 24.
24.
And what's 14 plus 9? 25. Fuck you. Damn it. God damn it. Greg Olsen played more games. I don't know how math works.
I already said this out loud.
So he wrote an article called 3 Reasons Signing Greg Olsen.
No, it's 23. Trey Burton has played more games in the past 2 years. He played 24. Greg Olsen's played 23.
I thought you said Greg Olsen had a full year, 16 games last year.
No, he played 14.
The year prior to that.
No, 14 and 9.
9?
2019 he played 14. 2018 he played 9. 2017 he played 7. Trey Burton has played 8, 16, 15, 15, 16.
Okay,
So,
I'll give you your credit there.
He's got 3 reasons why signing Greg Olsen is crucial for the Bears.
Throw it out there.
The first one's kind of anime. Is just it fills a arguably big need. We know that.
I mean,
We had 3 practice squatters playing last year.
You could sign, what's his face? Kellen Winslow Sr., and that would also fill the spot.
You know who I think we should go after?
Tight end.
Star Latulele.
You could...
At tight end.
Star Latulele.
He was like the 400-pounder, wasn't he?
You talk about
the defensive
tackle for the Panthers? Right.
Yeah, we should put him at tight end.
I'm just gonna.
I'm just like that's the level of relevance that our tight ends have right now. I would rather take a defensive tackle.
I'm gonna mention them one-on-one. So like mention it and then talk about it. Number 2 is huge asset for Mitch Trubisky's development, and he brings up how like you've got Patrick Mahomes has his Travis Kelce. Jimmy Garoppolo has his George Kittle. And I'm not saying that Greg Olsen is going to be like either of these guys. But the thing I can agree with is by having that reliable option at the tight end, it can give Mitch a safety blanket, somebody who is going to be there when the wide receivers aren't open.
To that point, I know you said you want to get through all three, so I'm just going to stop.
We can talk about I want to talk about this one, though.
But with that, I disagree because I think we've seen that, like, yes, that's true, but that doesn't need to be Greg Olsen. It could be Trey Burton. Trey Burton had 21 first downs in 2018.
But we could run a 2 tight end set then.
I don't trust Matt Nagy to do that. I don't trust Mitch Trubisky to be able to read 2 reads.
Having an additional
he won't get
offensive,
to the second tight end, Dave.
Having an additional offensive weapon gives us more
they have the
potential.
money, though. You have to prioritize these
and
things.
that's where I want to hit on.
So if Trey Burton is going to be healthy and he's gonna cost the same amount of Greg Olsen, I will take Trey Burton.
I agree. And that's the thing. It's sad at the end of the day, but like, do you believe Trey Burton will be back for a healthy season versus getting a healthy season out of Greg Olsen? When it weighs out, it's close. It's very close. And I think that they've got to spend money at other positions. And they've got so many holes right now that they need to toss money at to make sure that we can keep even, at least, and hope to improve just naturally on our quarterback's growth and a couple other key positions. It's just like, you might be stuck just coming back. Because none of those other names, like I said, 3 breakout players, everybody else has questions around them in the tight end position free agency this year. So as much as I'd love to bring back Greg Olsen, I think it might be unrealistic for the price that he wants.
The last one, and this to me is the most important one out of the 3 he listed, helps fill a void left by Kyle Long. And I'll let his words speak here. Heckman says, what Long brought to the Bears beyond any football-related talent on the field is his undeniable leadership. This was his locker room. He and Akeem Hicks were 2 of the most prominent leaders this team has had over the last few years. Without Long, the Bears have an enormous void to fill. I think Greg Olsen could fill that void. He could be a leader in this locker room. Maybe not right away because you got to gel with the guys, get to know. Because like you said, it's like the old girlfriend coming back and she doesn't know anybody.
She's not a leader.
You don't think Greg Olsen could be a leader?
No, I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just saying my ex-girlfriend couldn't be a leader. With that, I would rather have these guys grow. I mean, we've seen Allen Robinson be a leader. I think I would like to just see him be the new guy in the locker room. He's shown that he's a very well-spoken person. He, obviously he wasn't perfect. He wasn't, he was going after reporters on Twitter after a game.
Yeah,
let's not do
a little
that,
mature,
buddy.
A little mature.
But no, I think that Allen Robinson can be a very good leader for the Bears team. I don't think it needs to be Greg Olsen. I would like to see guys like Cody Whitehair become that leader. And, he could take over the offensive line leader for Kyle Long going. I don't think they need a leader technically in that locker room. I don't think Kyle Long is a very unique player. He's got a very good character. He seems to be very outgoing.
He came from a football family, so he grew up in football.
And Greg Olsen is a character as well. I think he's a pretty decent rapper from his Miami University days, I think.
Catholics versus the convicts.
What's that? Do you also remember the rap?
No, I'm confused at where this is going to make him a better leader. Is that he's a good rapper?
I'm saying like he's a guy that's like he's outgoing. No, I was just comparing him to Kyle Long.
Personality.
Like, outgoing. He's a guy that is relatable. Yeah. That's all I was saying with that. Like I think that part can be true. I just don't know if like you need to have that because Kyle Long's gone. Yeah. I think that you can still have that develop in
without bringing in Greg Olsen.
Yeah, I think you can have it. Like I would rather see your 4th-year quarterback be the leader. I would rather see the guy that you're going to give $16 million be the leader.
That ain't happening.
I mean, Kyle Long was a first-round pick and has been there since day one. Yeah. Greg Olsen's been gone for 10 years. Yeah. I think that there's different types of leadership at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I think having a locker room guy or having a guy to lead the locker room would be great. Should it come from a free agent? Usually no. But at the same time, he's familiar with how the organization is run at the top, and he's a face who a lot of Chicago Bears fans would easily attach to and get behind. So,
Oh, that does smell. Did you fart?
What?
I just took a whiff. You said oof, and I took a whiff of something.
Because I was reading about Greg Olsen's unfortunate rapping
I took a whiff
career. Because I just remember someone like sending me like something that like Greg Olsen rapping.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at the lyrics, and I said ooh.
Okay.
Because it's rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
A second nut all in her eyes. In her eyes. So
that was the Catholic versus the convicts days.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, there was the whole
Catholics versus the convicts was in the 80s. Learn anything about history.
Wasn't that? No, I thought that was sooner.
No.
I don't know. I wasn't an Indeed fan. I just remember watching the documentary. I thought that was the same
1988.
documentary. Okay.
Greg Olsen's
then I'm
not
off.
from 1988.
Okay. Sorry, got him messed up. I'm not a Miami fan or an MD fan. One thing I do want to say about Greg Olsen on the football field is, you know what teams I think he is just going to, either one of these two teams he's just going to end up with.
I know one, so I'll go.
What's one?
I'm assuming the Redskins, right?
No, not the Redskins.
I thought that's what Sean had hinted at.
Either
Well, no, so you brought up the fact that he was interested in joining the Redskins, and that just makes sense because his old coach Ron Rivera went there. Mm-hmm. So,
but like I could see the Patriots being a team that gets him, or just to fuck the Bears totally. If the Packers are like, hey, want to come here, and like seeing Greg Olsen in a Packer uniform,
would hurt.
just wouldn't look right.
Greg Olsen's too expensive for the Patriots.
Okay.
He's too that's too nice of it. That's like
Also, I mean, the Patriots
that's
are going
not
to be tanking
bargain
this
bin
year,
hunting.
so
I mean, if he wants to win a title though, he might take
they're not going to win this
that's
year.
not that's it.
They're losing their quarterback.
I don't
They're
think
losing
so.
the goat.
That's right. Tom Brady's going to Oakland.
The Packers, I'm ignoring you. With the Packers, I mean that's possible. They don't have Mercedes Lewis. I don't know what Jimmy Graham's situation is, but then again, like Jimmy Graham and Greg Olsen, that just seems like it's the same player, kind of. At
But
this
Greg
point
Olsen's
in their career,
better than Jimmy Graham right now.
both of them suck, in my opinion.
They're both past their prime.
Yeah,
So I've got
that's for sure.
My takeaway. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. This is not related
Yeah,
to Greg
apparently
Olsen.
I'm
so go
talking
ahead.
to the biggest Greg Olsen fans out here.
I'm not the biggest Greg Olsen fan, but he's related to me because I watched him in my childhood, and I'm attached to him. And he was literally the only member of the Chicago Bears offense who could catch a fucking pass during several years he was here. Like, we're talking about wide receiver Devin Hester days.
I know.
You had to attach yourself to somebody who could move the ball down the field. So that's why I have great feelings about Greg Olsen.
He was great in Madden too.
He was excellent in Madden.
No, also since 2016, Jimmy Graham's been better than Greg Olsen, but whatever.
Cool. Point being, I think the Bears would be lucky if they could get him. I think that cost will be too much. I think we're going to settle on keeping Trey Burton here, which may not be a settle at all because Trey Burton is talented. But I think that the money just has to go to more important places. Greg Olsen would be a great name to bring back. He's a great player, but I think it's just the wrong time and the wrong situation.
Yeah, I agree that it's the wrong time, wrong situation. I think that just since he has a former connection to the team means that they want to bring him back. It's like the White Sox with every player. It's like, oh, Daniel Hudson used to play here. Let's bring him back. Like
Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez as well. That one's unfortunately accurate because he's still on the team. But yeah, no, I mean, like that would be the one thing that stuck out to me is I think you're retreading too many tires there.
Perhaps. Ricky, final thoughts on Greg Olsen, Bears?
Not Greg Olsen, but I wanted to ask this question to Sean because I've never asked you this before. Mm-hmm. If Tom Brady leaves the Patriots this offseason, let's say he goes to Oakland.
Yeah.
Are you then an Oakland fan?
No,
like
Tom Brady fan.
No, I get that, but like, are then you
Also,
buying?
they're not in Oakland; they're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Then are you buying like a Tom Brady Raider jersey?
I think it would look sick, by the way.
Day it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever Tom Brady goes,
I didn't know if you were gonna like buy in on that team for the
watch
year.
all 16 games. I will root for Tom Brady to win games. I don't know if I will necessarily root for the Raiders to win, but I won't be rooting against the Raiders, and I will be rooting for Tom Brady.
Is there
you
a
don't need to
team?
touch me. It's okay.
Is there a team you hope he doesn't go to because you just don't want to watch their games
LA
or root for them at all?
Chargers.
I don't really.
Chicago Bears.
Kind of like how if he went to the Packers, but he's not going to the Packers because they got
I don't
Aaron
think there's a
Rodgers.
team out there.
Okay.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady. I mean, I wouldn't want to see him to go to like the Browns.
Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks. Honestly, that'd be pretty fun.
Those offensive weapons down
That'd be
there?
pretty fun. I'd like.
Would you buy a creamsicle Tom Brady jersey?
Yeah.
Bruce Arians, Tom Brady. Yeah, I'd do that. I don't think there is a team.
He's-
Maybe
Okay.
Jaguars. I don't want to see
Nashville.
Jags.
He's
Titans.
No,
Nashville.
He did put his kids in Nashville
Yeah,
schools.
and also Bryce
Sam
Harper's
said.
dog's name was Wrigley,
Nashville.
and Manny Machado's glove was black. Like,
He could be a.
let's relax here. Ryan Tannehill, I think, is likely going to be their quarterback.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, hey. His former teammate Mike Vrabel is on the team. They signed Deion Lewis. They signed Malcolm Butler. They signed also Logan Ryan. I think that it's a possibility.
How
I'm
much
gonna
more
hang
of a
up
case
and
do you
let me know what
need?
think.
How much more of a case do you need?
There's a ton of old Patriots on the team, and he's old, and he's a former Patriot, and he's in Nashville. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
So there we go. He's a tight end. And
Make of that what
I'm not
you
making fun
will.
of you, Sam. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Make of that what you will, people.
Whenever all those rumors come up, it's like, oh, Giselle and Tom Brady have now enrolled their kids in middle school in Nashville. It's like, really? Who's stalking these people? Like,
it's happening.
I don't know if that is true. And also, like, if it is true and you know that, back off. Because, like, I think you need a restraining order off these kids. Because, like, no one needs to know where Giselle and Tom's kids are going.
It happened to Kevin Durant. It happened to LeBron James. Until we find out things. Until we find out things.
The LeBron one turned up being true with Sierra Canyon, but...
And Katie selling his house in L.A. was true because he was going to the East Coast. So it's kind of cool sometimes, but way overly creepy. I agree with you. That shit
just like
gives me the chills.
Back off.
All right,
I don't need to know where John Edward Thomas Minahan's going.
That's a rough name.
Yeah.
Thank God he's growing up.
He's Irish Catholic, so they're gonna give him. They're gonna give him his confirmation name before he even before he's even born or before he's even confirmed.
All right, let's switch things up. We're wrapping up on football. I love to get your guys' thoughts on. No, we're not wrapping up on football.
No,
baseball. What are you talking about?
We're wrapping up our football talks.
Okay, I thought you were talking about
we're wrapping up the football
podcast.
discussion.
Gotcha.
Okay,
we're moving things
Good
over.
thing we were
It seemed
both
like
on
you
the
were
same
moving
page.
on.
Yes.
though.
No, I'm not wrapping up the show on football.
All right, answer the
I'm wrapping up
question.
the
What's up?
football
Yeah.
talks.
Okay.
God,
See,
you guys
good
suck.
thing we were thinking the same thing though.
We suck.
You guys fucking suck.
We
You know who doesn't suck? Our patrons.
Clearly, two people.
Our patrons don't suck.
Clearly, two people here. Two people didn't know what you're doing.
Our patrons don't suck.
You gave up the wrong vibe there, Palo.
I was like, we're ending on football.
Our patrons don't suck. Our fans on Twitch don't suck. Rob V doesn't suck. He's great. He's in Twitch. He's watching us live on
RVD?
Saturday afternoon.
RVD? Rob Van Dam?
No, Rob.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I love you guys, and we couldn't do this without you. If you want to check us out on patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast, it keeps us going. It keeps us able to do what we do. And as last week demonstrated, it literally keeps the lights on, which I love that little thing you did there, Sean, last week.